Hey guys, so I'm gonna be doing a book review on Taken by Sin by H.L. Swan. I did read it before, I did do a review on it before, but I wanted to read it again, like the whole series, because now the whole series out, I want to give my thoughts on the whole series. And yes, if you've been watching my videos, my hair is now like a dark purple. It was red in the last video. Yes, I changed my look up a little bit. But it looks like a different color, like way in the back here. But so the first time I read it, I kind of really read it by fast. But then again, I do love this book. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorites, and I can't wait to read the rest of the series. But I love Sin and Magnolia. The thing is, though, I wish that Magnolia did know who she was, though. That's my only thing. But over time, like, yeah, I guess, like, if you're in, like, a foster care, or, like where she was at, you know what I mean? It's, like, hard to. But I wish that, like, I wish people would just, like, you know, be truthful about it. But, like, when I first started reading, I was like, what are the nuns hiding, though? Like, when I first read it versus when I read it now, I was like, what are the nuns hiding? Because when she did open her foul, like, if you don't like spoilers, don't watch this video. But if you do, it's like, why was there only a little bit of paperwork in there? Like, that's suspicious. And usually, like, when kids do go into those kind of, like, things, because it's like, I feel bad for them, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I would want somebody to fully know who they are instead of people hiding who these kids are. And then kids, when they grow older, can make their own decisions whether they want to be with that family or go into a family that would really cherish them. But it is so hard being like at a foster care system, because you don't know what people are good and bad. Because there's some stories that I heard, and personally, I almost went to one. But it's like, who would you trust? Because, you know what I mean? Bad things can happen in a foster setting, you know what I mean? And that's scary. And no kid should have to deal with that. Like, they really need to do thorough background checks on, like, literally everybody nowadays, because it's not okay with me, with kids struggling with that. I wish Sin would have told Magnolia, though, from the beginning, hey, this is who you are. You decide if you want to stay with me or go with your family to know your family. But in a way, I'm glad Magnolia got to know, like, Sin and his sister, you know what I mean? Because his sister Bria, because of now, being that I'm going to be reading book 2, like right after I read another book, I'm going to be reading book 2 of this. I kind of wish for the second book that she kind of finds her way back to Sin and Bria, you know what I mean, and can unite the families. But I wish, like, everybody was truthful throughout the whole book. But in a way, I get where it's coming from, like, with having to, like, protect the person you love or the people you love, you know what I mean? The book I give a 5 out of 5, so if you haven't read it, please do so. You might not regret it. If you're into, like, mafia type vibe things, this is one of them. I haven't read the whole series yet, so I can't give my opinions on book 2 or 3 if I like it or not yet. But the first book is a 5 out of 5. Definitely recommend it. The other thing I hate is, if other people knew about Magnolia's family and, like, where she was from and stuff, why didn't you say something? Like, if you knew who she was, you know what I mean? Towards the very end, I kind of was like, I hated a couple people, because it's like, you're not really letting Magnolia be her, you know what I mean? Be like that strong woman, like, okay, I don't want this, or I do want this. But in a way, I kind of do understand her family, because if you lost somebody, like a family member, you'd want that family member back, especially if it was a child. Sorry, I got the hiccups because I'm talking too fast. But in a way, like, I hope that Magnolia, by the second book of this, becomes that strong-willed woman, you know what I mean, and fights, you know what I mean, even though she can probably like hate Sin, which I guarantee she probably will in the second book, because he wasn't true for her in the first book. But I just hope she can have that strong will and be like, hey, if this person, you know, then I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Because I can't really say it on here because then my video might get taken down, but it's like, I hope by the second book she can be that strong-headed woman that I can see that she is from the first book. I do love Sin and Magnolia's chemistry. I do love Bria. I just hope that her family can let her decide what she really wants, you know what I mean, by the second or third book, because there is 3 books to this, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my review on Taken by Sin. You can watch my other review. I do have like a one more review of this one, but I reviewed this again. It's somewhere if you guys want to look for my book reviews, but it's this one, because you never know my thoughts from the first time I did it to the second time I did this. But yeah, 5 out of 5 read for me. Love the author. She has a lot more other books and series that I recommend reading, because all her books that she wrote so far are pretty good, and I can't wait to get into the second and third book of this too, because those were new to me. So yeah, that's my book review by Taken by Sin by H.L. Swan. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video and give you my thoughts on the second and third book as well. Once I read that, I'm in between reading this and the Briar You off-campus series books. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. And it's either going to be a book review on the second one of this or the second book of the Office Campus series. See you guys in the next video. Bye.